Hello guys, today we will be discussing about the COVID infection trends that has turned for the worse for India. So without wasting further more time, let's get into the brass tacks. So actually on Thursday there were a total of 45,000 new infections of COVID-19 reported across India. According to HT's dashboard, this is the highest number of daily cases seen in 30 days. The 7-day average of daily infection in the country has again been slowly inching up in the past 2 weeks from 38 in the week ending July 22 to 40 for the week ending August 5. While the absolute numbers, the increase in cases may be marginal, means especially keeping in mind the brutal numbers that the country witnessed during the second wave. It's the change in trend that is alarming part. Each time such a reversal has occurred in India's outbreak, it has marked a crucial turning point in the cycle. The reversal in case trend, pushed largely by the high volume of daily cases in states such as Kerala, had been seen after nearly 3 months of steady decline. But Kerala is no longer the only state which is seeing numbers rise. At least two more major states, means Himachal Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, have seen their 7-day average of daily infections rise over 105% and 66% respectively from the lows seen after the end of the second wave. Meanwhile, the national average positivity rate, a crucial metric that shows the spread of infection within the community, has also started slowly inching upwards. The threat of a probable third wave hitting India appears to be drawing closer. There is a pressing need to control infections before things get out of control. However, such an outcome would be contingent primarily on how effectively we act on the issues, means vaccination and containment. The incomplete vaccine story. The biggest weapon against the disease that is available in the hands of government and people alike against a probable future third wave is vaccination. This was an option that was nowhere close to being on the table during India's first wave. While the second wave ravaged the country through April and May this year, before vaccination numbers could make any dent against the rapid spread of the disease. According to data from the CoWIN dashboard, around 41% of the country's adult population, 382 million out of India's estimated adult population of 940 million, has received at least one dose of vaccine as on August 5. The share of population that has been fully vaccinated, however, is much lower at 12%. This proportion, however, is too small to prevent a third wave by itself. Well, if India wants to achieve major coverage of, and I will say of its population, then this needs to be changed. Approval of more vaccines is critical in this aspect because how it would ease the manufacturing pressure on just two vaccines. Well, I would also like to add that containment is also a crucial weapon that we have in our arsenal. When I would say the second weapon against the disease is our understanding of the virus. Having run through the country twice now, the outbreak has left a trail of evidence on how it behaves. This pertains to how we know the virus spreads, why mask hygiene is so crucial along with proper indoor ventilation, and educating people as clearly on mask uses and importance of having windows open in closed places. Well, in the conclusion, I would say India is getting to a fragile spot once again. Aggressive containment and expedited vaccination are the only solution available to prevent a third wave or at least minimize its lethality. So that's it for today. Stay safe.